Hello everybody, this is Loki, and I decided to go ahead do like a little tutorial on how to record some of the gameplay stuff. Somebody requested it, figured I have lots of time right now, and may as well go ahead at least record something. Got nothing else to do, and just keep me busy. So, to start off with, the Elgato Capture HD software. Yeah, this is it. But before I get into how to use this, if you have an Elgato or about to get an Elgato, so I'm gonna switch to showing the Elgato and how to plug it in if you're planning on getting one. It could be for any kind of Elgato you're getting, whichever one you're gonna get. So let's get started on that, and here we go. Alright, now here's the Elgato, and all I need is two of the HDMI cables, one for this end. This will go in right here, and a bit up in the back of the TV. One goes here, and then this one connects to whatever game system you're gonna use. Like if you're going to use the PlayStation 5, you could go behind the PlayStation 5. If you have a PlayStation 4, behind there. Anything with an HDMI cable, you can put behind there. And this thin one here goes right behind your computer, wherever the computer has a USB port at. You plug this into the USB port for this one. One for the game system that has HDMI enabled. That one for just stick it right here. I think this one goes, this one goes in behind the TV somewhere. Wherever, you just stick it wherever HDMI. The one goes behind the TV, while the other goes behind the PlayStation, while the other goes behind the computer. Now that I showed how to use the Elgato, like how to plug it in, like where to plug it in. Like for example, right here would be your microphone. So mine is the Razer Seiren X. Whatever microphone you have, you can use any microphone and set it up to this, whatever one. I'll show in the drop down here. And up here is where the game audio is. So, alright, like if you feel like you want to adjust the game audio settings so that way it won't overpower your voice, you can do that. But if you don't want to talk in your videos and just have like no commentary, you don't click this. But if you want to have your voice in it, click commentary. See, your voice will pick up right here. But if you don't want commentary, which is fine, you don't have to click that. And to test, see how everything is, preview screen right here. I'm using Yakuza 0 as an example. That should see it like that. To move around. And like for example, you don't want the preview when you're recording, but you don't have to. I never usually use the preview. I have the preview disabled because whenever I have my voice coming through in the commentary, I have the preview disabled so that way it won't pick up the gameplay, like double the gameplay. So I do that. And when you record, the record button's right here. You should click that and just start recording your gameplay. And you can record as long as you want, if you want, depending on the game. And right here you go to edit. And then when your video is done and you click stop on the recording, your videos will show up here. And to import, you click on File MP4, and then you're all good to go. and not like a way to do it, and it goes right straight to your videos. You go to like the file manager, file explorer, and find your videos, and it should be in the videos folder on your computer. And that should be it of the Elgato part. Now this is for only those who decide to get the Elgato, which is not that bad of a price. I would suggest the Elgato for this one, for the PlayStation game consoles. I think you do also use it for the Switch too. You just have to have it in the dock in order for it to work with the Switch. So make sure to dock your PlayStation, their Switch. Make sure to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to OBS Studio, so that way I could show you how to use Action for PC games. I'll show you guys how to do the PC game, and then after that I'll show you for like movie editing stuff. If you want to learn movie editing, I'll show you guys that too. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to use the Action desktop recorder. Alright. I decided not to use OBS Studio for this because I mainly use OBS Studio for my live streaming on Twitch. So if you guys want to see for live streaming, I could show you guys how to use OBS Studio in a different video if you guys want. So, as you guys could see, it's recording right here, where it shows the numbers, desktop. And right here is where you press 0 to start and 0 to stop. And I'm just about to show you guys where to go to set some of the stuff here on the thing here. Alright. On the video quality, you could set it to any one you want, whatever is best for you. And for the hotkeys, for me, I set it to the 0 button for recording. And for capturing screenshots on here, the number 9. You should use number 9 for this one. I'll show you. Am I able to do it? Probably, it doesn't really show it up there, but you could use any, whatever button you want. You could set it to any button. It could be number 2, number 5, letter F, anything. Same with the record video. So I'm gonna go ahead, go to general. I have to figure out where to go. Video. Oh, here. So you go down here, and if you want your sound to be on for your voice, like recording and stuff, you just click on microphone setting, or when you're like not recording, just click on record. For me, I would suggest clicking on check marking record microphone into separate audio track, so that way it could make it easier for you to adjust the sound. Like if the game like too loud in the sound, and you don't want it to overpower your voice, and you want people to hear you, just make sure to have that one on, so that way it won't be too loud. And you could also do like, I did not know that was there, noise reduction and echo cancellation. So if you want those, you're more than happy to have that on. Just check mark that like that, or echo cancellation, whatever works for you. And if you want webcam, you can check mark that. And I think there's like a settings in the Game Capture HD for the Elgato for the webcam, but I never really use that for that. Only for this. whenever I feel I need to. And I want to get my reaction in the video, so I only use webcam when I feel like I want to. But that one's optional. You don't have to have webcam. I don't really do webcam much. So the only time I would is if I feel like it. So I'm gonna go ahead show you guys how to use Vegas Movie Studio, so that way you guys get an idea of what to do. Alright, I'm in Sony Vegas Movie Studio HD 11.0 right now, and this, you don't have to have the specific version of it. It could be any version of Vegas Movie Studio, whatever version. And I have these here as an example. Drag it down to your timeline, down here. It should show up. See? And for the part where there's not anything said, what I do is make it like so. But first, double click it. That way it could like be like this. Drag it all the way over here. And then if you need to zoom in and see it a little better, that way you could actually get rid of the little clip there. That way, if you feel like there's like a little bit where not saying much in the beginning or at the end, like I do, just sometimes there'll be like, for example, on the Elgato, there's like a little delay. And what I like to do is I wait a little bit before I say something, and then I say something. Give the video a little time to catch up a little bit. So sometimes I tend to do that, the small delay, and at least for me it does that. So there you go. And when you click it like that, if you don't want it too loud, like for example the gameplay is too loud, you just drag it down like that, make the sound a little bit lower, so that way you don't have to worry about ruining people's eardrums when they have headset on. Do not want to give people busted eardrums if you're like screaming at a horror game. Don't do that. Make sure that you edit your video when you get the chance to, if you happen to edit your video. And I'm sure there's like alternatives out there where it's like affordable, but make sure it's not too loud, like just right, because it'd be RIP headphone users central if it's way too loud. That happened to me when I had my headphones on once, and the sound was so loud, and I'm like, ugh, I better get the headphones off. So yeah, always make sure to edit your sound so that way it's not too overbearingly loud, but just enough to where you could still hear it. Like not too loud, not low, just right. Because like I said, it'll be RIP headphone user central with that. Do not want to be busted people's eardrums with that. I'm sure that people out there who do not like busted eardrums. I'm one of them. And if any of you guys ever had your eardrums not be happy with you when you're hearing too loud, I relate. So, another one is if you drag another clip and just put it right here, let it load a little bit right here. It says it's loading before you like start editing it, and then you could do the same thing, just lower the sound. That way it won't be too loud. Like I said, don't want anyone not be able to hear after it being too loud. I don't think anybody want their eardrums run by loud stuff. So yeah, basically you just do what I mentioned like that, and then if there's like bits and pieces where it's not saying anything, then you could do that. And another thing is, for example, you want to clip out something, like cut out something that you don't want anyone seeing. Like, for example, if someone said something in the background you don't want them hearing, just like drag it to where you want to clip out. I'm using this little section here, and as an example. Zoom in, and you could like edit like that. And then on your keyboard, just click delete. There you go. And then the clipped out area will show here. And then just click on it, so that way you can drag it over here. And there you go. Not have to worry about like it having something you don't want people hearing or seeing on there. And if you want to like pan in, just right here shows a little thing, event pan crop. Then if you want to zoom out, do that. And to zoom in, go like this. Like that. If you want to have it zoomed in like so. And if you want to zoom right back out, then adjust it. This is how you do it. You just zoom in and or out. There you go. And that's how you do it. So that's pretty much how you do most of the things on here. So if there's anything else you guys would like for me to cover on how to do certain things on here, feel free to ask me. I'm on Instagram and Twitter, so feel free to message me if you guys have any tutorial video requests. I'm more than happy to help, of at least what I know so far. So this is pretty much it for now. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button below, and hopefully this helps any of you starting out with videos like this. And feel free to ask me for any more tutorial videos if you guys want to see more. And I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.